In Florence, a vigil was held to commemorate 3 years since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey now joins us live in studio with more. Olivia?
Matt, after Governor Maura Healey declared a proclamation this year to remember those lost to COVID on March 6th, today's event allowed the community to gather to mourn loved ones lost to COVID-19. Inside the Bombyx Center for Arts and Equity on Pine Street, people listened to music, reflected on the past 3 years of the pandemic, and shared their personal experiences with the virus. Western Mass News spoke with event organizer and COVID justice leader for Marked by COVID in Massachusetts, Jennifer Ritz-Sullivan. She shares what makes this event significant.
I just think it's really important that we recognize that the pandemic is not over, that this is still happening. We've lost over 1,300 people in Massachusetts in the past few months.
She also says in order to learn from the bad, it's important to mourn. Today's event wrapped up after 4 o'clock. We also learned other Western Mass communities commemorated this day, including Amherst and East Hampton. Reporting live in studio, Olivia Hickey for Western Mass News.